Mopadanu Iyawomi.
What's your tone of voice, Buster?
I know shit's been crazy, but you're still my baby. And you still got the crown. I'm impatient like the crowd. No shit's been going down since you ain't been around. But you know twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know twin flame always come back around. Yeah. I know this girl named she my future baby mama. It was like a soap opera. How we left with the drama. Girl, you hot like a Gucci suit. I miss your shy smile when I talk to you. Hey, you know that energy is pulling you. I don't care about the whoop-de-whoop. I just wanna get back to you. Picked up where we left off. I wanna kiss your mind and your lips, baby. To give you space when you're pissed off. Real talk, for real. I know shit's been crazy, but you're still my baby. And you still got the crown. I'm impatient like the crowd. No shit's been going down since you ain't been around. But you know twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know twin flame always come back around. Yeah. What's up, party people, to another episode of Who Asked You podcast. I'm your host, Stoody to Groovey, and today we have, it's not a special episode, it's actually really sad, and yeah, it's sad. We literally witnessed a whole like ritual happen. But before I get into it, y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And excuse me, for those who don't know, Travis Scott held a concert called Astroworld this year. And what ended up happening is, well, they're reporting that 8 people passed away from, from either getting injected by some crazy man with needles or trampled. But the reality is that there was way more people who died. Like, I seen videos that I'm not going to play on here because I just felt like it was just too graphic. But there is definitely way more than 8 people who passed away, unfortunately. So I want to just say from the top, rest in power, rest in peace to, to the victims. But it's kind of a lesson in, like, when you see certain imagery that these celebrities use in their promos and the kind of things that they talk about and all that stuff, it's not really a game. It's not a game. The way I want to start this out, though, is I'm going to play his apology first, and then we're going to work backwards. I'm going to play his apology, and I'm going to play the apology first because I want to show everybody how much he really didn't care. And some people are trying to say, like, oh, that's just his personality, or oh, he really does care. It's just all that nonsense. What you're gonna watch is somebody acting like a kid who knows that he's in trouble because he did something that he knew he shouldn't have done. That's the way that he's apologizing and addressing his so-called fans. So I'm about to share my screen, and y'all just listen to him. It sounds fake.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and
Body language
help them
is
get the help they
everything.
need. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, fire department. Everyone to help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Um, Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and
Yo,
just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Um,
y'all ever
I love you all.
okay? Y'all ever see like a kid in trouble because they know that they did something wrong? It's the constantly, it's the constant swaying, it's the constant rubbing on the head. It's like nervousness. It's like his whole body language shows that he knows he did something wrong, but it's not. There's not any empathy. There's the squinting, trying to make himself cry, and ain't no tears coming out. It's the certain cadence that he's using to draw up sympathy. Excuse me. It was horrible acting, in my not so humble opinion. And I'm gonna show you a video that's really, this is a warning because it's actually like kind of graphic a little bit, but I want to show you how he really did not care. And in the video that I'm about to play for you shows you that he actually doesn't care, because the video that I'm about to show is he's going to be literally singing, oh, like basically singing over a what I think is a dead body. I think that the guy was dead. He was definitely passed out, and you're going to see him just stare at him and just harmonize to his demise. So let me just play it. I'm warning y'all now. It's kind of graphic, but I'm playing this. Y'all see that, right? He's he's literally harmonizing to the the carrying out of a body, saying yeah, like this is what it's for. And if y'all need some more confirmation that he literally, this was exactly what this whole thing was about, I got another video for you. Now the beginning is going to be kind of a short clip of what I just showed y'all, excuse me, but the next clip is going to be this young lady screaming at them to stop the show and that there's somebody that's dead, and she's completely ignored. I'm about to play it. Sorry, let me bring it back.
That's okay with you real quick. Please, we just do it.
You see that? literally rapping over her, yelling. So how is that showing? How is he up making that fake apology, talking about, oh, I'm sorry for the victims, and I just want my fans to have a good experience, blah 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 blah. When that lady literally was screaming, "Yo, somebody dead here," and they just turned the music up and kept going. And it's more disgusting evidence that this was a purposeful situation. I got like two more videos, and then I got some pictures I want to show, and then we're gonna end this because I don't want to be in this frequency all night. But here's another video and I've screen recorded all these videos myself because I wanted to make sure that like what actually happened is documented. So
Two hands to the sky. Two hands to the sky. Two hands up, y'all. Two hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go.
now I want to reiterate that was Travis Scott's voice while a fan is saying like, yo, we need to stop this show because people are getting hurt, people dying. He said, who says stop the show? Basically, no, well, in his own words, he said, y'all know what y'all came here for. Now, that is a very sickening and frightening thing to say if somebody's telling you that you need to stop the show because somebody getting hurt, and you tell them, well, y'all know what y'all came here for. And I got some pictures that show that he not lying when he say that, like, y'all know what y'all came here for. I got some pictures. This was a blatant ritual. Like, and some people want to deny it and say, like, oh, that's just conspiracy. People want to say that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And here's the last video I have to play, and then I got, like I said, I got some photos that I kind of want to look at and break down. Now, in all these videos, right, he had ample amount of indications that something was wrong and that the show needed to stop. Countless fans telling him people are being hurt. And every time they tried to stop the show, he literally just started another song. So that apology that he gave means nothing. It's basically just a statement. And that's why he couldn't even really pretend that he was like heartbroken about what happened to the people, because he really didn't care. So I'm gonna try to share my screen real quick and see if this works, because I never exactly how can you deny it when it's right in front of people's faces? That's what I'm saying. And it's like y'all just it's like willful ignorance at this point. Like, there's no excuse at all. So, okay, hopefully, y'all can see this. Okay, yeah, y'all can see that. Okay, so what we looking at right here, this right here was the entrance to the festival, Astroworld Festival by Travis Scott. Right here, this is a painting, and notice the head with the demons coming to and fro and doing what they're doing in this painting. This is Harrowing of Hell by Heteronomous Bosch. And then this is the Mouth of Moloch from the movie Metropolis. The same thing right there. And the Fiery Mouth of Baal. And these are entities. These, especially Moloch and Baal, these are like ancient demons that the so-called Illuminati be sacrificing people to Moloch and Baal, to be specific. And so everything, like, they don't have symbolisms for no reason. Like, people might be tired of hearing everybody jump on the conspiracy train, and but a lot of this stuff, especially when it comes to ritualistic sacrifice and magic and stuff like that, because there's always a positive and negative of everything. Polarity exists in all things. Like, it really is demonic, and I wanted to show y'all this because it's not a game. This was on their stage. See ya on the other side. And what other side was he talking about? See ya on the other side. And there's like promotional content and things like that. And excuse me, if you look, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. If you look on his hold on. Excuse me, somebody talking about me. Hope it's good. If you look on his album, there's 8 children walking into that mouth. And isn't it ironic that they only reported that 8 people died? And I'm about to show y'all the proof. I'm about to go to images. It's taking all day. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. View. Hold on, y'all. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to share my screen really quick. Hold on, let me see. At this point, is it a conspiracy though? The proof is in the pudding, for real. All you got to do is open your eyes, open your mind. That's facts. And if you don't see it by now, you just don't want to see it. You might as well just say I'm scared and I want to pretend like it doesn't exist because it makes me feel better. Because that's basically what it is. So let me show y'all this. There's 8 people in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2. You can't really see them, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people walking into the Travis Scott slash Moloch head, which is the gate to hell. Do y'all see that? Let me see if I zoom, will it be easier? See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. This is a couple. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of want to just drop the mic on that. Like, it's really sick. And like I said, if you go to Twitter, there's a lot of videos of you seeing just people getting trampled. There's this testimony that, you know what? Since we up here, it's this testimony that this guy had did that was allegedly, I'll say, allegedly there, and I'm gonna play it for y'all. And I guess this will be the last thing, and I'll let anybody, if y'all want to come up here or if y'all want to make a comment, that'll be the time to. Let me see, because I kept trying to screenshot it and they wouldn't allow me to. They would not allow me to screen record um, that video. So I'm gonna see. And while I'm pausing, if y'all have not, please like the video, please share the video, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, okay. He has been arrested, according to TMZ. Breaking news. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because he kept encouraging people to quote unquote rage, they have arrested him, which is well deserved. And possibly that is why he was like super nervous and all that stuff. And we have to remember that, you know, he's actually had a career where this kind of thing keeps happening. He keeps like inciting riots and stuff like that, and he keeps with the demonic excuse me, he keeps with the demonic imagery. What I possibly think is happening is contract fulfilled. This was his in ritual. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's possible that we'll be told that he's in prison, but he might be up, up chilling because he did what he was supposed to do. In all honesty, but it is official that Travis Scott was arrested for inciting the crowd. So I want to know, anybody who's watching right now, how do y'all feel about this? Like, does this make you look at the lyrics and look at artists any different? Do you think this is just a freak incident, accident? Like, what are you thinking? I know that Brooke is on the same level I am with this, with what happened, but I want to know, or if you're catching this on the back end, go ahead and comment and let us know, how you feel about this. Okay, I can't find the video that I was initially looking for. And in all honesty, I don't have nothing else to say. I just wanted to show proof that his so-called apology was BS and it was nothing and it was just a show of face. So I think it is blood ritual completed. They're going to go through the trial and all that stuff. He might get fined, maybe a couple $1 million or whatever, sued by the families, and it's going to be quiet and everybody's going to forget about Travis Scott. His career may be over, but it may be contract fulfilled. I mean, this guy has had a long run anyway, and this is like the first major humiliation ritual. Like, and you saw, I just showed y'all the Moloch and ball imagery. So it's a drop mic. I don't really have nothing else to say. Um, like I always say, let's just leave with love and light, and let's see what things are for what they are. Like, we cannot pretend anymore that this is some fiction and people are just, fear mongering. Nah, this was a pure ritual that we just watch happen. And yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. I never fuck with Travis or a lot of mainstream artists. You can feel the evil in their music, even if you don't understand the lyrics. Hey, that's facts. You know what's crazy though? I've I've been a fan of Travis Scott for a while. I used to love his harmonies and things of that nature, and like how he manipulates the frequency in his voice and in his tones and stuff. But when he was doing that stuff over the body as it was getting carried out, that was the first time that I really felt the evil of the sound manipulation, because I understand about frequency and I understand that certain tones, even like a preacher uses certain tones in affliction when he is like preaching to get a rise and raise the vibration of the listeners and kind of put them in a trance like state. And that's basically what Travis is doing in his music. But this is the first time that it felt sinister. And there's a video that I wasn't able to record, and I wouldn't have played it anyway because it shows somebody like having a seizure and stuff. But at first, like they're holding him up, right? And they're giving him water and he's drinking water. But when you pay attention, they're lowering the frequency. Like they're literally playing like uh um a reverb of a frequency that gets lower and lower and lower. And the lower the frequency goes, the more his seizure is getting worse, to where he passed out. Like he couldn't even, he was like just shaking and out of it. And he like I believe he died right there, to be honest. Like it's on Twitter. I wouldn't show that on here because I don't want my channel flagged, and it's just sick to watch. But you literally hear the frequency from the stereo go lower and lower and lower. And if y'all want to check out how frequencies work, I did a lecture called Science of Sound. And if you didn't get to catch that one, I am teaching it. So if you're interested in learning, just hit me up on Instagram. But it talks about how like the lower frequency, there's like a frequency, I can't think of it on the top of my head, but there's a frequency that they actually use in horror movies to incite fear, and it's scientifically proven that certain frequencies can kill you. Like there are certain binaural beats that you can kill somebody with. And just like there's just like there's angels, there's demons, man. And I always tell people that we are neutronic beings, meaning when we wake up in the morning, we are neutral. We don't have any stimuli going on. Like when you're in your dream state, you don't know that you're hot or cold. You don't know if somebody's in that room or not. You're not being stimulated, so you're neutral. You're a neutron. There's no positive or negative energy influencing you. But once you wake up, as soon as you start venturing around and doing whatever, that's when all of the positive and negative stimuli comes your way. So then you turn into a proton or an electron. We'll just put it in that way, meaning you're either going to absorb a lot of negative energy or absorb a lot of positive energy. And your surroundings and what you choose to do or pay attention to depends on that. But my point is that if you're going to a concert and in your mind you're going with an open mind, and you're for real, you're going to worship a thing, a thought, a feeling, because whatever Travis Scott's music makes you feel is something that you're worshiping, because you want to keep feeling that. Even a smoker worships, like, you don't want to think about it that way, but a smoker worships cigarettes. Like when they feel like they need a cigarette to feel good, you're worshiping that. When anything outside of yourself, because they say that God is uh God is in you, you are the temple. Anytime you worship or look up to or search for validation in something outside of yourself, you're worshiping it, whether it's in a small form or big form. So any demons that he was conjuring before, after, or during the concert, or even when he was recording those songs, you were open to that. That's why a lot of people, even when you're taking psychedelic drugs for meditation purposes and to reach a higher state, what you're doing is breaking the psychological bonds and breaking that bridge between the spirit realm and the physical realm. So imagine somebody on their third cup, and then you hear sicko mode come on. And so all those entities, and they got like the pyros going, and they got the mountains with the eyes and the hands, and they got like holographic Travis Scott head and all types of stuff. So you're open to demons. And like they said that there was somebody who was like stabbing people with a poison needle. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Like, people really do underestimate the frequencies. Like, there's a reason why you could be in a happy mood and then you go downtown and now you mad and aggressive. Like, there are just frequencies being played, or you can like listen to some, you could be happy as hell, and then you listen to some like hardcore hip hop killer shit, and then you mad, and you're not even a thug, and you ain't got no ops, you ain't got no problems at all, but you mad. Or you could be in a sad mood and listen to some calm and meditation music, or some like, or just some instrumental music, some jazz or whatever, and you feel better because frequencies really do affect us. And like, this is just a lesson. Like, when somebody say that they a demon, like really listen to them and accept that they really feel like they a demon. So you believe what people tell you. You believe what people tell you until otherwise. Facts. You ain't got no ops. You in the suburbs. What you mad for? You just got done eating. What you mad for? Even when you smoking, like, what are you mad for? You straight. But if you listen to that music, you gonna be mad, and you don't even know. You know that stuff like affect your dreams too. Like if you listen to something, or like if you, it not even on, like you more susceptible to it when you're a kid, but even when you're an adult, you could listen. I would never. I'll put it this way, right? Bone Thugs and Harmony, uh, established 1999, or EST 1999. One of the best albums ever created, right? But that is also one of the most demonic, um, evil, I'll say damn near evil album ever created. And I would never listen to that right before I went to bed, because that frequency will affect my sleep. And I couldn't listen to something like that over and over again. Like Tyler the Creator's first few albums, I couldn't listen to that before I go to bed. I even have to, I love his new music, and I have to, not listen to that all day, because I might start acting flamboyant from the frequency. Like that shit matters. Even when you listen to R&B songs, you might have been straight, but after like the sixth Sade song or Kim or whatever you listening to, now you horny. Like that stuff really matters. It's not a coincidence. Like literally, the ancient civilizations use certain frequencies and knew that it was like a science to it. So they knew how to. That's why, like, even though they try to make fun of, our African ancestors, that's why they was beating drums. Not only were they beating drums to hype up the warriors, but they was also beating drums to scare the opposing army, to get in their head, like because we elephants running down, and we about to fuck you up. Like, we got to understand that music ain't just music, dog. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not just it's not just entertainment. Even if it is, entertainment is what, containing your mind, containing your perspective, containing your your focus. Literally, like, next time you listening to music, don't just listen to it, right? Actually close your eyes. If you do that, you're going to envision yourself in the scenario of that song. And depending on what kind of stuff you listening to, that's going to be a good or bad thing. I'm telling you. Listen to, okay, you think I'm playing. Listen to some Chief Keef, right? Or some NBA Youngboy, and then walk outside in the dark. And tell me you don't feel like somebody watching you, or something gonna pop off. I guarantee that. I bet, and it's in the visuals. It's in the visuals too. If you sit around and watch fight videos all day, right? And your mind is just on fight videos, you're gonna end up getting into a fight. I'm telling you. Trust me. It happened in my real life, so that's why I'm using it as an example. I remember I was in high school, and I was just watching fight videos. I don't even know why. I was just watching street fights. And like I said, I ain't had no ops. I ain't had no problems. I was a quiet kid anyway. I didn't really fuck with nobody. I still don't. And within a week, somebody was trying to fight me. And that's because I was manifesting that. So imagine all of those tones and all of those frequencies in how many thousands of people was in that crowd at all at once on that same demonic frequency. Somebody dying. Somebody is dying. All the promotion, all the promotional content was either about skeletons or the end of the world, enter a new realm, all that shit. And everybody's mind is on that. Oh, you summoning something. It's going to be something with wings coming your way. And that's just what it is. Said you're not wrong at all. I don't listen to no Young Boy, Drake, Lil Baby, Travis, etc. because that shit really poison your mind. It is. It is like you kind of have to. And I'll put it this way, right? Everything, just like we're neutronic beings, everything is neutronic. It's just based on what you're using it for. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with listening to an R&B song to set the mood. I don't think there's nothing wrong if you know somebody want to kill you or fight you to listen to some rap music to get yourself hyped up. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because that's what frequencies are used for. Like I said, we are a medium, we are a neutral medium. So anything that we ingest, we have the power to mold it into whatever weapon or whatever we want to use it for. But I'm saying when you don't know that science, then you become a victim of it. Because what's the saying? Anything too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much of anything is a bad thing. Even tarot. I know a lot of tarot readers. I do tarot myself. And if you're not careful, you start worshiping inanimate object. You start depending on that. You start like looking towards it for every facet of your life. And it's like you are the conduit. There is nothing on this planet that you can't manifest for yourself. It might take a little longer depending on where your vibration is, but like for instance, you don't even have to be listening to your favorite song to listen to it. I wish this was a classroom because I would say raise your hand if you ever listened to a whole song in your head and it wasn't playing nowhere. And that should tell you that what I'm saying is right. And she said, and if I do listen to rap trap, it's usually local artists and just for a good time. That's facts because it's a time and place for everything. And they know this science. It's science, yo. It's math and science. Music is math. Music is math, okay? It is math. Even when I'm rapping, when you listen to my song Twin Flames, I mathematically mapped out when to say certain words, when the hi-hat hits, how to harmonize with the flow of the song, all of that stuff. When somebody say spit 16 bars, it's a reason for that. It's a scientific reason for that. Or an 8 bar, like everything is a science, everything is a math, everything is magic. Music is magic, dog. And you can use it in a positive or negative way. It just depends on where you lean towards. Are you an evil person or are you a good person? And that's what everything. That's what everything. Even water will kill you if you drink too much. But you need water to survive. And I think this is a big lesson also in hero worship and celebrity worship because you can find yourself in a situation you never wanted to be in. Like the video that I couldn't find, the dude said that he literally felt like it was hell on earth. Like they were in a concert in hell because people were pushing each other, stomping on each other, stepping over each other, screaming. People was having seizures. Excuse me. All types of stuff. It was smoky. from the pyros and people doing like smoking weed and all that stuff. Just terrible. And so you can't, like, this nigga is fake crying. No, he can't even fake cry. That's the sick part about it. He couldn't even fake a cry. He was, how many of y'all, and I see you got raised his hand. Raise y'all hands. If y'all ever saw a kid try to explain why he did some dumb shit. And you see that they always do that. They do the rubbing the hands and they fidgeting and they, they trying to talk. Like that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't know what else to say because it's like these kids. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna call it a sacrifice because it is what it is. These kids will sacrifice for what? For what reason? For what? To see Drake come out one time? For like what was the real, like, for them? I'm not saying, because if it was a blood sacrifice ritual, I already know why that happened, because it was Scott's turn to do what he promised that he'd do. So if that's the case, then that's what he did. But I'm talking about for the concert goers, like, especially the ones that was all the way. In all honesty, most of the reports are saying that the people in VIP got it the worst. But I'm saying, you all the way in the back, you can barely see the stage. Like, what is that for? Like, what are you there for? You can listen to that at home, in the comfort of your home. Like, nobody goes to a concert thinking that I might die today. And imagine how many of the parents who bought those tickets gotta bury their kid because their kid wanted to listen to somebody on stage. Like, that's sad. That's sad as hell. And I'm like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's sad for real. And I don't know. But when I saw, I kind of battled with myself about actually doing this, because I'm like, is it clout chasey? Is it necessary for me to say something about it? Is there something that I can say that ain't nobody else said? But I started to see a lot of people were like making excuses for Travis Scott, and I'm just gonna call him out, because I don't want to say I looked up to Doggy Diamonds, but I had a lot of respect for Doggy Diamonds, especially from that Ali Vegas interview that kind of exposed some of the rituals. But I was watching his live before this, and this is actually what I kind of like, what kind of urged me to do it, is they were basically downplaying it, basically saying, okay, even if it is a sacrifice, what you gonna do about it, and have like a so what attitude about it. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right, because even if you don't care about it, or if you feel like the people who perished died like they were meant to die, or that's on them, you can save somebody else though. Like, maybe this not for the people who watching it right now, but this is for the people who's going to share the video, who don't know nothing about this, who's never heard of Moloch before. Like, I don't never come up here and teach and talk about stuff just for the hell of it, just so I can feel good about myself that I said something. A lot of the times I say things so you can research it yourself. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm speaking on it. There's somebody who's gonna watch this later, watch this now, who never heard of Moloch, who never heard of Ball, who's gonna be like, yo, Stoody said Travis' head looked like the entrance to Ball. What is Ball? And now they learning about this ancient demon that people been worshiping behind the scenes for centuries. That's the point of this. It ain't to make myself feel good. It ain't for me to downplay somebody kid dying. Like that's sick to me. And it's not just Doggy Diamonds that has this sentiment. It's a lot of people, and it's people making like skits and jokes about Travis Scott, you know, his like fake apology and stuff. And I don't like what I was seeing. Like that shit is not funny at all. I hope their souls find peace. I do too. I always wonder, like, and I guess I haven't found it out in my studies yet. I always wonder, like, what happens to the souls that get sacrificed? Like, do they just go to purgatory, or do they get caged in so-called hell? Or like, I wonder what happens to souls that get sacrificed. Like, I actually have a question. And Clocksin Vlog says, what happened at the event? Well, basically, a lot of people died. More people on the news, they're saying that 8 people died and 300 was hospitalized. But if you go to Twitter, there's videos that I just can't show on here. You see actually people getting trampled, and it's a lot more bodies, and it's a lot more people that's like passed out and everything. Like, there was somebody who went there that said at least 100 people was dead. Like, they were trying to resuscitate people and couldn't, and moved on to the next person on the floor type shit. So they really lying about how many people died. But officially 8 people died and 300 were injured. Clarkson says, how did they die at the event though? Did something blow up? No. It was a lot of, well, one report is saying that somebody was stabbing people with like needles that had drugs in them, and that kind of caused a panic and stampede. But a lot of it was just an overwhelming of energy. A lot of people were having seizures and passing out and being trampled on because it was just so many people. And like, I'll show the videos again, since it seemed like some people are coming in who haven't got to see them yet, but we already kind of went through the videos. Even though people were trying to tell Travis to stop the show because people were dying, he kept repeatedly ignoring them and repeatedly hyping people up and repeatedly singing his songs. So I'm gonna go through the videos one more time, and then we can end this because it's coming up to an hour. So. Now, mind you, let me pause this, right? He's literally looking at the body getting pulled up, and he's singing, yeah. Like, I'm gonna rewind that just so y'all look where he looking at, and then look where the camera pans. He's literally singing to the body. Like, that's not something, like, I don't even have to play the rest of the videos. Like, imagine that, but everywhere. Like, I don't want to keep listening to that demonic moaning, because if you know anything about meditation and summoning and things of that nature, there's certain frequencies and hums like yam and and stuff like that conjures up certain spirits and certain energies, whether positive or negative. And clearly he is humming and moaning to whatever entities that he just sacrificed whoever that was to. Yeah, the crowd was like a Michael Jackson level. Yeah, that's facts. It was a huge concert. So yeah, that's what happened, and it's sick. I don't really have nothing else to add. I don't know if anybody wants to come up here and speak their piece about it, or sound off in the comments, but excuse me, I basically made my point. And to summarize, these artists are demonic, and we can't just pretend that they're not. We can't keep making excuses for blatant Satanism. Like, you just can't. That video specifically made me feel sick as fuck. I know. Trust me, and that is why. That's another reason why I chose to do it, because it sucks that people are making excuses for this man as if he didn't know, and he literally knows. He knew. Yeah, 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 and then they got the people, his sound people or whoever on the stage with him humming too. Like, if you never watch a meditation video or watch some monks, do they humming for their frequency raising, and that's what he's doing, but the reverse. He's probably going to take this moment and flex on people saying my rap's so good people die over them. He don't have to say that because his fans are. There are so many people making excuses for him and saying, oh, we're not going to just make it seem like he's responsible for all these dumb adults. And it's like, it's so sick. People are so lost. It's like, yo, like, how can you, like, a lot of these people are just like soulless, dog. They soulless. And I like, in all honesty, so many different portals have been opened that people are really possessed. And it's not going to be like, what people got to understand is what movies do is they exaggerate real life. So even when you say like a zombie apocalypse, it's not going to be some bloodthirsty shuffling person. It's going to be a random nigga staring off into space and just wild out on you. That's a zombie. That's a real zombie. Like, it's not gonna be what you think. What the movies are telling you. Like, that's everything is based in real life. Demons is like demons is frequency. Just like Satan is the personification of evil intent, of evil thought, of evil motivation. These demons are real. They're just frequency. It's just energy. It's just vibrations. And so people be like, you don't think that you possessed. You don't think somebody possessed when they murder somebody. Like, you have to literally be in a specific state of mind. Even when you jump in somebody, you have to be in a specific frequency, a specific frame of mind to do something like that. Even when you smoke, you have to be, before you listen, you have to think of all the thought processes that you have to go through before you finally put the blunt to your lips. Just think about it. First, you got to even think about wanting to get high. Then you got to figure out who you're going to buy it from. And then you got to contact the person. Then you got to make sure you got the money. Then you got to wait until the person comes to get it. Then you got to make sure he gave you the right thing. And then you got to make sure you got blunt rollers. So now you got to go to the store and you might buy something else. Then you go back and then you still got to roll it. You still got to break it down. Then you got to break that down. Then you got to roll it. And then you got to put it to your lips. Then you got to light it. That's a lot of different thought processes that you got to go through. So imagine what kind of demonic shit you got to be on to purposely sing while you see somebody getting carried away. Like, I don't have that. I can't even think that. What are your thoughts on Kanye? I think he has his head halfway screwed on right. Kanye is a master manipulator. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a positive or negative way. I think that he knows how to play both sides. He knows how to do just enough to make sure that they don't kill him, but at the same time, he tries to teach people as much as he can. Do I think he's in the mix? Yes, I do. Do I think that he regrets a lot of the things that he's had to do and he has done? Yes, I do. Which is why he takes a lot of risk. And I think that he is too important of a figure for them to just flat out do something to him. And I think that he has done all the things that they wanted him to do, to the point where killing him wouldn't, who would it hurt? That's what I honestly believe. It's like a thug who kills everybody except for the kids. Like, he still has some moral in him. The part of him that loved his mother, the part of him that, the Jesus walk nigga is still in there somewhere. And he comes out occasionally. When he doing like so-called crazy stuff and he going on rants, that's really his real self coming out. And everything else is whatever. And I don't have to speak too deep on that because we all know what's going on, or at least we should know. Hypnosis and suggestive programming and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I hope that I hope that answered your question. I honestly, and I don't think it's an act, because you got to remember too, astrological signs matter. He is a Gemini, and all Geminis have two different personalities. That's a damn near perfect comparison, though. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta remember, Geminis have a split personality. Like, they really are two people in one. And if you don't know, in order for you to be possessed, your mind has to be broken into like pieces. You have to have a split brain, a split, not split brain. I'm sorry, not physically, a split psyche, in order for a spirit to, to possess you. And I'll put it this way, right? My name, I wasn't born Stoody to Groovey, right? So I'm pulling a certain energy out the ether to be able to talk the way that I talk, to teach the way that I teach. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm possessed by a demon, but there is a higher spirit in me that pushes through me. Even when you freestyle rapping, that's you pulling from the cosmos. Because, like I said, everything that you do, there is a positive and a negative. Even when you meditate, right, and you're trying to get into the Akashic records, you have to. They say clear your mind. Think about it this way: when you meditate, the whole purpose of meditation is to what? Clear your mind, get the clutter out, so some clarification can come in, so you can get a message, right? How is that not splitting your psyche and letting something in you? It's the same. Even prayer. When you ask God to answer your prayers or give you a sign, that's what you're asking. That's what you're doing. But like I said, it's all about intent. Is how do you use that science? How do you use that magic? What is the purpose? Hold on. I think because 80% of the public labeled him as crazy, the elites don't have to worry too much about him waking people up. That's facts. Because it's a certain thing that people do. If you already know the information, you already agree to it. And those who don't agree with anything Kanye says, they never will. Excuse me. And he's done enough humiliation rituals to kind of discredit himself. And what I mean by that is, I saw Trump for who he was, that was a humiliation ritual for Kanye West. Because I honestly feel, I'm just gonna be honest, and I don't care who don't like it or not, and people can debate me if they want to, but everything that they said Trump was, Biden is right now. Every single thing that they said Trump was, Biden is actually doing. So, but it was a humiliation ritual for him because he all hugging on him and acting like that was his white daddy, and he literally called him his superhero. So anything Kanye says, there's a mass amount of people that's not going to care. Eh, Kanye West is a sellout to a lot more people than he is a hero, and that means that he's safe. Just as much as I only have 800 subscribers, so anything that I say, the elite ain't gonna care because I'm a nobody to them. And half the people who watch this or hear Stoody be like, "Oh, this conspiracy nigga, he think," you know. So I'm safe because nobody cares what I'm talking about, even though they should. And even though what I'm saying, if you just read a book or two, you'll be like, yeah, you know. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm a Gemini rising, so I understand Kanye to a certain extent. Yeah, I dated somebody with a Gemini rising, and yeah, dual personalities for sure. So if Travis is on demon time right now, is he lost forever? Should we stop listening to him altogether? That's a tricky question because who is Travis Scott for you? Is he somebody to worship or do you like his songs? Are you going to spend hours upon hours watching his documentaries, watching his interviews? You know, are you worshiping him or are you just enjoying the song? And that's up to you. I can't tell you who not to listen to because, like I said, I tell everybody Tyler the Creator is one of my favorite artists. Not only did he come out talking about you know, stuff with Satan, but he also bisexual. And those are two things that I generally don't associate with. But when it comes to the music, I love his music. So I have to have discernment within myself and within the spectrum of my life how much I pay attention to that person. If I want to listen to the frequencies and the emotions of his lyrics, then yes, I'll listen to him. But am I gonna follow everything that he does? Am I gonna look at his Instagram? Am I gonna watch his interviews and and buy all his clothes and and buy posters? No, I'm not gonna do that. So you know, you have to kind of discern how important Travis Scott is to you. And all of these niggas is on demon time. It's not one artist that's not. Um, I've never listened to him do what feels right for you for real. If it don't feel right, don't do it, and vice versa. Listen to yourself and use your discernment. That's facts. You said it even better than I did. I just like Travis' music. I like his music too. Coffee Bean. If y'all ever listen to that song, that's one of my favorite songs, dog. I love that song. And Stop Trying to Be God. That's my song. Like those two songs are from his um newest album, and then there's this song from an album a couple years ago called like there's a song called Apple Pie. I don't want your apple pie, mama. Like I like he's a dope artist, but the proof is in the pudding. He summoned demons. He just sacrificed a whole shit ton of his fans. Like, am I going to listen to him today? No. Am I going to listen to him tomorrow? Probably not. What about 6 months from now? You never know. But do I know what he's on and what type of time he's on? Yes, I do. So will that mean that I'm less likely to listen to him on a daily basis? Yes. Yes, I am. Because think about it this way, right? If that's the case, then we shouldn't watch shit like Raising Kanan or Power or superhero movies or dramas or anything because it's all frequency manipulation. Like it's not angelic to watch somebody murder somebody on TV. It's not angelic to see somebody fight or infidelity on TV or anything like that. That's not cool, but we watch it. So that's demon time if you want to really be on that type of shit. Like that's demon stuff. Like let's just be real with it. All like the movies, like even sex scenes. That's that's demon time. Like cuz those people, even if they're acting and not actually having sex, they're still stimulating your root chakra. Indeed, indeed. So it's like we kind of in this world, we just gotta. It's more. I would say this too, and this might sound kind of fucked up, but we don't matter, especially me, our generation. At this point, we don't matter. We have to make sure that the kids under us don't be stimulated like we have been. Because I grew up watching like Yu-Gi-Oh, which had a lot of Egyptian themes, but they also had a lot of demonic creatures and themes and stuff that my mind didn't know how to process. I was also watching Beavis and Butthead and South Park and all that kind of stuff that I shouldn't have been watching at such a young age. So our job is to shield the next generation from the things that we saw. Like for instance, and I hate to bring this nigga up, but there is no reason why there are kids that know Little Nas X songs at this point. There is no reason why parents have seen those sick ass music videos and still make excuses for why they let their kids listen to that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I'm saying our job, our generation, that's our job to make sure. We gotta be lame. I'm sorry. We can't be the cool parents that we want to be. We can't be the cool uncles, the cool big cousins. We can't do that. Like, cause their stuff is more out there. Their stuff is more rampant. They're barely hiding it at this point. So we have to be extra cautious about what the next generation is looking at. Clarkson says, take the meat and spit out the bones because it's a lot to learn from this miniature shit. That's facts. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Yo, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh fanatic. I had all the cards, yo. Facts, yo. And Pokemon. Um, hey, that's my boy. Shout out Absolute. Hey, that's my boy. I feel like we gotta expose ourselves to the bad and good, but ultimately choose which way we lead our lives. You know what? That's facts because I was kind of saying earlier that if you didn't know hate, you would not appreciate love. I'm gonna say that again. If you didn't know hate, you could not appreciate love. Love wouldn't mean anything to you if you never been hated on. Food wouldn't mean anything to you if you were never hungry. You feel me? Like that holds some stake in it. But I'm basically just saying we have to just pay attention and curate what they're seeing. That's all I'm saying. Because a lot of stuff is subliminal, and we have to remember that our subconscious is always breaking down every little bit of stimuli. There's something that you watched 6 months ago that your brain is still breaking down, and 2 months from now, something is going to pop in your head and like, oh, that's what that meant. And remember, our kids is developing in their brain. You know what I'm saying? It's literally, excuse me, they're literally like learning everything, and they pick up information so fast. It's just like a sponge. And do you want them to be hee hawing at fat jokes and fart jokes and silly stuff and noises and like low key sexual themes, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual, it doesn't matter, or like low key bestiality, or seeing like characters turn into demons real quick and then being cute, that kind of stuff. Like, do you really want your kids to see that stuff? Because that's all that's offered. Like that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, bro. Hey, I gotta call you, bro. We gotta exchange numbers, man. Yeah, it's been too long. Um, Clarkson says we shouldn't just hide the future generations from this fake shit. We should also replace it with the righteous, positive TV shows and movies. That's facts. Brooke says you got to sit in the dark to appreciate the light. Uh, Very fire quote indeed. Yeah, facts. We need TV shows and movies to push the righteous agenda. Yeah, and also on top of that, we need to stop underestimating the intelligence of the younger generation. I know 8-year-olds that could talk a grown person in circles. Like children are smarter than we perceive them to be. Just like we were smarter. It's just that we were told to shut up a lot. And we in our generation was put in front of the TV a lot or told to go outside and don't come in till it get dark type shit. But we were smart. We just didn't have none of the stimulation. But if we curate what they're learning and how they're learning and what, instead of learning about Christopher Columbus, that lie for 6 years, instead we can teach them about Queen Zinga or any of the pharaohs, or we can get into like the native tribe histories and things of that nature, like instead of them looking at superheroes like Superman and Spider-Man, we can like learn ourselves about our quote unquote uh ancient superheroes or gods and goddesses and teach them about them and their powers and what they represented. Like we have that capacity. Like it's not hard. Or even if you're not black, like teach them like the like Apollo and things of that nature. Like whatever culture you come from, it's our job to make sure that we curate what our kids grow up learning. And you can like for instance, right? You can put your kids in boxing classes and that teaches them how to defend themselves instead of you making them go to a ghetto ass school while they get bullied until they fight back. Like there's a way to do it, you know? Like you don't have to, or we don't always have to go the hard way, you know? We don't always have to. Like, and I love y'all responses on here. Like I love this conversation. I feel like I'm in a group of intelligent people. The power of entertainment is greatly underestimated. That's the best way to learn, and the elites know this. That's facts. I'll put it this way too. We underestimate. Oh, hold on. Most children are smarter than majority of adults, and they're closer to the source. That's facts. They're not as tainted as we are. So if I can make you feel happy and comfortable and tell you some bullshit, you'll believe it. Hold on, let me reread that. So if I can make you feel happy and comfortable and tell you some bullshit, you'll believe it. Yeah, they do it every day. They do it every day. Just look at Kanye. Look at like you said, Kanye will be on some demon shit, and then he'll have Sunday service. And then it's praise Jesus again. Even though on his cover art, he knows that Jesus is the son because he used the son as Jesus on his album cover of his latest album. So he knows science, he knows exactly what he's doing. Um yeah. I got my train of thought because I was captured by that. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And don't think that when we listen to music, we're not learning. Cause I'm gonna hit y'all with something that's simplistic, but it was like when I first thought about it, I was like, oh, shit, that makes absolute sense. How do we learn? A B C D E F G. That's how we learn the alphabet and sing song. So when we listen to music and hearing those concepts, we're learning. When kids listen to music, they're learning. Why do you like it's so simple, but it's not at the same time because we think that just because we're older, that means all the rules don't apply anymore. No, when we were all in kindergarten and we were sitting on that colorful ass floor, we were learning through song. Or when you teaching your kid how to count, you don't just say 1, 2, 3. You go 1, 2, 3. And how do they say it? 1, 2, 3. Now, what's the difference between that and what Travis Scott was doing when he was standing up on that platform saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah"? Like, what's the difference? There is no difference. It's just your perspective is different. But that's what it is, man. And it's basic, but it's not at the same time. It's basic, but it's not. Even with commercials, they don't listen. They don't do jingles for no reason. They don't play the same Google Fi commercial every goddamn video for no reason. It's because they're teaching you. So you listen to something enough times and you're gonna remember it. Period. That's how you learn. You learn from remembering. Like it's that simple. So when we're listening to them songs, like why do you think people commit suicide all the time from listening to country music? Because half of that stuff is just depressing. And it's teaching you like when I was an emo kid, believe it or not, I used to listen to emo music in high school. I was a sad nigga. Had dark rings under my eyes, had the um I ain't never put on no nail polish, but I had like the spikes and all that stuff, dog. Like I still be on some emo shit sometimes. And that stuff makes you sad. Like that stuff really manipulates your mind to be in that frequency, to be, you know. So I would the biggest thing I would take from this is to know for a fact that when a nigga tell you he on demon time, he really on demon time and he really a demon. And that frequency manipulation is not a joke. Facts, cause have that stuff. Yeah, indeed. That shit is depressing, yo. Yep, they make sure it's the right music and the right imagery. That's facts, and that's why if you notice too, I remember when I was in college, I had this. It was an English class, but it was like teaching us about like rhetoric and things of that nature, and we had this assignment where we had to kind of like show a progression. And I had this video of like it was the very first video that was ever played. Um, what the video killed the radio star. And you see how many times they cut the video. They had like long stretches before they changed the angle of the video. But if you watch a video nowadays, they cut in every like 5 seconds, they cut into another scene and they move. Even when you watching like action films, you can't even really catch what's going on because they always clicking the screen, the frame. And that's manipulation. That's cutting our attention span. That's that's why like subliminal messages can be thrown, or somebody can say a line and you gotta in your subconscious is breaking it down, but you can't even like think about it. Like you like, or you gotta rewind it, like what they say. Like it's all for a reason. The Google Fi ads, I feel that music includes repetition too, which is another learning method. That's facts. That's facts. And I'm so tired of that Google Fi ad. More sense as classic song included in GTA Vice City. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Video killed the radio star. I had used the video to compare it because, like I said, I was like really into rock music. I still love rock music. Like I ain't gonna cap. I love that shit. Fall Out Boy is still one of my favorite rock bands of all time. I was playing their song America's Sweethearts. If y'all ever watch that video, y'all see 1,000 cuts. And actually, the video kind of, if you can just like, if rock isn't your thing, try to just fight through it because the message of the video is actually pretty dope. What it's basically saying is like the system picks up regular people, throws them in goo, and then they come out looking like celebrities end up looking like. It's actually a really dope video. So y'all had the time, just check it out. It's called Fall Out Boy, American Sweethearts. And even the lyrics are kind of like, you know, your brain will like, damn, like this is actually like a really smart message. Clockson says, bro, I was really talking about this a few days ago. Like what happened to the 15-minute fight scenes in movies nowadays? Every scene is like 4 to 5 minutes until they switch. That's facts. And it's just honestly, most of our shows is just like arguing, sex scene, fight scene, uh, then some talking, arguing, sex scene, fight scene, and all of that is like he said in 4 to 5 minute intervals. It's just like, and it's just constant, and it's really, excuse me, keeping us in our reptilian part of our brain and keeping us in fight or flight mode. Excuse me, and that actually like kills the telomeres, which is like, the longer your telomeres, the longer your life is going to be. And when you're in constant stress and you're constantly having like stress hormones going on, you're basically killing yourself. So if you're like stimulating yourself with like I kill a nigga music all damn day, and then you watching like BMF or something. And I'm saying specific shows not because I'm targeting them, it's because I watch them. Like everything that I'm talking about, I've done dipped and dabbled in it. So I'm not on no holier than thou. I'm not sitting here staring at the wall all day. I like action too. I like sex scenes. I like music. So I don't want y'all to think like I'm trying to like, no, I'm not like that at all. I'm a regular ass person. I'm smart as hell. I'm a regular person. And like that stuff is just like you gotta kind of just you and I say that I say that simply because you don't notice what things are doing to you until you decompress. Like you never understand that you're holding your breath until you let it out. That's why you should take an hour or two to turn electronics off. That's honestly why I be doing night shows now, because I noticed that like it's kind of draining during the day. I used to do like 3 lives a day type shit, or I'd be like in the middle of the afternoon, and I had to realize that like nobody wants to be that stimulated in the middle of the day. Like you have to have a break. You have to give your brain a chance to just digest all of the stimuli that you've encountered. Like I'll be like, that's why I'll be trying to go to sleep. Like I'll try to put my phone on the charger away from my bed where I sleep, because I don't even want the temptation. I don't want any lights on. Like I hate lights being on when it's time to go to bed. Like, I want to stare into the darkness, into the ether, and just like decompress at night. And it's hard because I'm a night owl, nigga. I'll be up, but like and that's just something that I'm working on. So just imagine like one of those kids at that concert who just loves Travis Scott, always listening to his music. Because some people go to bed with music on, and just think about like if you got a song on repeat and you sleeping for 8 hours and that song is just playing while you sleep, you're brainwashing yourself. Or you got a CD playing on rotation all night, you just listening to it. Like you don't think that shit is affecting your brain in the way that you think and your synapses? Like, dog, that's every new comedy show nowadays is basically soft core porn. That's facts. Yo. That's another conversation to have. And I'm not gonna wait for another episode. We're gonna talk about that right now, okay? Um, I was talking to my uncle because I'll be watching like Grownish and I'll be watching Degrassi. Two of my favorite shows. But I was thinking one day, I was like, when they be having like romance scenes and sex scenes, it's kind of like softcore porn for real. It's kind of like pedophilia, to be honest. Like when you're watching, if you're watching a show and the people And it's hard, it's easy to forget that these are supposed to be like high school kids when you're watching something, because either you're either just seeing them as the character, or in the back of your mind that like these are 20-year-olds playing, teenagers. But it's really like some pedophile shit. Like, if you just think about it, and I know people don't want to think that hard about stuff, but if you think about it, when you watching shows, even Power, when Tariq was having when he was having his first sexual encounters, he's supposed to be a teenager in Power. Or when you see, like, even in kids shows, when the kid has a crush on the teacher type shit, that is pedophilia, dog. Like, we don't want to think of it that way, but that's really pedophilia. Or when they have or when they try to like sexualize characters. When they sexualize characters, try to make like uh the male character a hunk, or the female character be sexual or something like that. I'm gonna answer this specifically. Yeah, that shit was weird. What's the show with Topanga? Boy Meets World. Exactly. It started that young. Even on Fresh Prince, when they would make Ashley be like kind of pretty and sexual, like that shit really be pedophilia. Hold on. Let me go back up. Oh no, I'm not gonna skip this one. More sense that having awareness is key. Um, Clockness, Clockson said, "I've done it before and I don't recommend it. The music can enter your dreams." That's big facts. The biggest facts. Um, uh, I don't know. I haven't watched many. Let me see. Facts is 30-year-olds acting as 17-year-olds. Yeah, especially on Disney Channel. If you watch stuff on Disney Channel, it's definitely like grown people acting like kids. Like, that's crazy. I be saying this all the time. TV shows sexualize the fuck out of children and young teenagers. Even if you look at like iCarly, even that most innocent show, they had like foot fetish scenes. And if you know anything about what was going on, I think his name Dan Schneider, he was really a creepo, and he was like really touching them kids there. And they do a lot of stuff with feet because he has a feet fetish. Like, it just be sick ass shit, yo. That show Insecure is full of sex scenes, and the main character is a black woman. She literally hops from dude to dude. That's facts. And they normalize it. They're not gonna tell you that every time, whether you're a man or a woman, every time you have sex with somebody, you swap in DNA and you swap in spiritual essence. And unless you get a real actual cleanse, a spiritual cleanse, then that frequency and that energy stays on you. They don't teach you about that, but they will show you have a girl having a whole phase, or they will show a dude smacking a girl around or disrespecting her or cheating on their girl. Like, they'll do all that stuff, or they'll show people taking drugs, and you might get an overdose here and there, but more often than not, they're glorifying it for a party scene. Like, and I ain't never think that I would be that person that would like talk about that stuff, but it's the truth, dog. Like, I gotta get myself right. It's messy out here. It is, bro, and it's easy. It's smart. It's smart as I am, is knowing as I am, I fall victim to the stimulation as well. Like, I'm not perfect at all. Period. I don't care how many books I read. If I watch something or listen to a certain type of song, I'm gonna get angry. Or if I watch like 6 episodes of something and they got like 6 sex scenes, I might get horny. Like, I'm not perfect. You know, even though I know what it is, even if I know it's fake or it's just, It's just a mental stimulation. It is what it is. Like, we're not here to be perfect. We just every day we gotta like every day we get 24 hours to change. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't beat myself up about that. Like, we grew up. Like, just think about it. We grew up not even knowing that people were having the conversations like this, because though there was an internet back then, people were kind of teaching. Like, you got to think about the 5%ers and shit like that. Like, there has been knowledge out there, but we weren't privy to it. We were literally the generation, like I said earlier, who was either raised by the TV or told to go outside. So that's not really our fault. It's subconscious stimuli. That's facts. I'm far from oops. I'm far from perfect. I just learned from my elders, for example, Stoody and Double R. Listen to them. I appreciate that. Yo, and shout out Double R to God. Like, we definitely got to link up again. That's my dog. Like, that's my spirit brother. So shout out to him for sure. Excuse me. He got this series where he break down, how magic are spells. And so if y'all are into wanting to understand like how magic actually works and like kind of like how our words manipulate our reality, y'all check him out, because he is fire. He is phenomenal with that science. Because we have to remember, magic is a mix of Latin and German. And what is the English language made of? Latin and German. I'll leave y'all with that. Like, all grimoires and stuff like that is either Germanic or Latin. That's why, like, in the Harry Potter series, Expelliarmus, all that stuff, Avada Kedavra, all of it is Latin, because in real deal magic, that's what it is. And we grew up kiki and ha-haing about Africans with their tonal language and their throaty language, but in reality, they were actually speaking at a higher frequency. They were speaking in song, and that's a higher frequency than us. Like, me speaking right now is the lowest form of communication. That's why, like, even when you have psychic abilities, because people think like mind reading or like telepathy is fake, but that shit is not. Because if you ever was thinking about somebody and they called you, nigga, you're telepathic. Like, your energy, you pushed your energy out with that person to get it, and they called you. Like, that's what telepathy is. So that's one of the highest forms of communication you can have. But us speaking in English, that's low. That's like the lowest frequency. Um, I was raised both ways, so it exposed me a lot. Exposed me to a lot of experiences. I never preferred internet either. I've always been connected to nature. It says, excuse me. So should we still use magic, but only in a positive way? In all honesty, for me, yes. But magic is prayer. And what I mean by that is, when you're praying to the creator, whoever you believe, whether you believe in Buddha, Jesus Christ, Allah, or your goddamn self, Krishna, whoever, even if you worship Satan, when you're doing that, that's magic. You're asking the universe or your God to create the reality that you want. And you're using words and visuals and sounds to create that reality. That's what magic is. So yes, you can use magic in a positive way, but you have to understand that energy begets energy. If you wish death or harm onto someone else, if you get into dark magic, all of that energy is going to come back to you. All of it is. Even when you be like, even when you like curse somebody and you be like, I wish you was excuse my language, but I'm just using an example. Like, when you were a kid and you say like, I wish you would fucking die, or like all those, bad kids that be like, I hate you, mom, and whoop de wop. Like that energy always returns back to you. When you wish harm or death on somebody, or you're trying to manipulate the energy to make somebody do something against their will, that energy always comes back onto you. Like, because energy neither destroyed nor created. Like in manifestations, like, okay, and I'll put it this way too. When you're doing magic or manifesting or praying, there are certain reasons why your wish or what you're trying to achieve doesn't happen, or God hasn't answered your prayer. There's only two reasons for that. One, you have blockages, energy blockages, mental blockages, whatever. No, three reasons. Two, you didn't put in the work behind the prayer or the manifestation or the magic. And three, it's not meant for you, and you're meant to do something else. Like, those are like things that you have to remember. So when somebody says magic, I don't know what people imagine in their head, because like I said, the media is an exaggeration of real life things. And even like, because a symbol can only means, okay, for instance, when you see the Nike symbol, right? Everybody has agreed that that is Nike. And when you hear Nike, you think of the shoe, the brand. But that check is just a line, a curved line. And if I wanted to say no, or like the esoteric meaning of Nike, that's the swish of Saturn's ring. But if you didn't know that, that was just the shoe brand. You wouldn't think of Saturn if you didn't know that. So that's another indicate, like not indication, but that's another element of magic. You have to, like, what is your understanding behind it? You feel me? Like what is your perspective of it? Like, it's like, for instance, the Baphomet is an evil symbol, period. That's Satan, right? But some people like Bobby Hemmett teach that that is just, a symbol for positive and negative polarity. Depending on what you want to believe is what it means to you. Just like tarot. Like, I'm gonna show y'all. I got a lot of Muslim family members, right? I have a tarot book. I have a book of tarot stuff. I don't when I'm trying to figure things out for myself, I respect their religious beliefs, but for myself, that's what I do. And somebody else might think that that's demon stuff, or I'm conjuring spirits, or I'm digging into Satan. Like, and it's okay because that's your perspective. But if my intent isn't negative, then for me, that's I'm not doing anything negative. That's like how a killer in his head can justify killing somebody. Oh, he owe me money. That's his justification. Now, whether it's evil or not, that's on your perspective. Like, you made somebody, like you making somebody cry, they got to bury their family member. Like, hold on. So I plan on making music in the future, and I know that that's a form of magic, so I want to be careful. That's facts. Always remember, what's your intention? Are you trying to entertain people so they can have a good time, or are you trying to entertain them to put subliminal messages? And is that subliminal message positive or negative? That's all on your intent. First Energy Day Moon said facts. Then she disagreed with me. If you disagree with me on the Baphomet thing, I will allow you to come up here and explain your perspective on the Baphomet. I have no problem with that, but I will probably disagree with you. But I love when people have different perspectives, and I love debating. So what I'm gonna do, and anybody who wants to come up here and kind of put their perspective on what we've been talking about, please feel free to hit this link that I'm putting in the chat, because I've been bumping my gums for a while anyway. I got my tarot reading a few months ago, and it helped so much. She told me the exact things I needed to evolve. That's facts. And it's not on no hocus pocus stuff, because energy, and everybody has a God-given talent. everybody has some sort of connection to the creator. You just have to find out what yours is. Like some people are really healers. Some people are really healers, whether it's from teaching a religion or from being a counselor or a tarot reader or just somebody that you just happen to bump into and you was having a bad day, and that's God's angel who was sent to you to help you through that. Like this stuff is real. Like it's not fairy tale. We just have to take the fantasy out of it. But yeah, the link is in the chat. I love being challenged, and every time somebody disagrees with me, I end up putting the link in the chat. Let's see if somebody gonna hop on here more often or not. They're not gonna do it, but we will see. We will see. But but yeah, man, I'm glad that she don't even know me and she's telling me exact shit about my past and family. And that's what I'm saying. Like, let's kind of talk about the Akashic records. There's a reason why we have visions or we have dreams of events before it happens or we have deja vu. Everything is recorded. Like the way that reality works, and this is like one of the newest concepts that I've learned in the past year or two. Reality really is infinite. Okay. It just depends on whether you go left or right. Our decisions, our choices curate our reality. We don't get to choose the starting point of our life. But actually, in all honesty, yes, we do. Because as far as I know so far, we actually picked our parents in the circumstances that we would have to go through in order for us to learn these lessons so we can vibrate back to the source. Excuse me. That's where my understanding is at this point. Um, excuse me. So I just lost my train of thought because I just saw this. What's your sun sign? Stoody, I'm an Aries. I am a Libra Scorpio cusp. I was born on the first day of Scorpio, October 23rd. Um, Absolute says, I've seen people who do something where others might be better technically, but there's something about them that mystifies everyone, like magic. Facts, because they're more than likely in their element and they're doing what they were born to be. There's a difference between somebody who raps and an artist. There's a difference between, excuse me, there's a difference between a computer repair and 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 a technical genius. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between me copy and pasting like images for a video and somebody who can actually draw digitally. Like some people are just they were born to do things. And yes, I can confirm. Um have you ever looked into sider sider it's so hard to say that. My Flint my hoodness come out sometimes when I try to pronounce words because I know it's not real, even though people mistakenly say that. It's more like sidereal or something like that. But yes, I have heard of that, and I've kind of started to look into it. But I'm actually my boy on that. My boy is actually he does a class. His name is Bluegar Hoshigaki. Look him up. He is an amazing astrologer. If you want your chart, he does natal chart breakdowns and all that type of stuff. If you want to know what's popping in your life and what you're meant to do, and you want a deeper understanding of what you're supposed to be doing on this planet, hit him up. His name is Bluegar Hoshigaki. I'm about to put his name. I don't know if he's watching right now, but I'm about to put his name in the chat, and y'all need to hit him up until it's something that y'all are into. This man is a beast when it comes to that. And what's up, cuz? How's it going? Yeah, that's my boy right there, Bluegar Hoshigaki, and we about to be working on music soon. Sidario. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, Brooke. Thank you. Because I be hearing people say real all the time, and I'm like, I know that's not what it is. So Sidario. Okay, that makes more sense. I honestly feel like my destiny is making music. I just have to get over that fear. Yo, if it's something that your spirit yearns to do, it's probably meant for you. Like I call myself quitting this podcast, but every day I would just look at things and see things that was like I feel like I need to talk about this, but and I was kind of trying to like just deny me doing this, but when I'm talking and we're having these discussions and we're learning and debating, I feel like I'm in my element. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I wish I could get paid for this, but the future, you never know what's gonna happen in the future. So, but yeah, like don't run from your destiny, bro. If in your heart you feel like that's what you're supposed to do, then do it. And I'll put it this way: don't worry about if the Illuminati want your soul or not until the day that happens, because then you got a choice to make. So I wouldn't even worry about and there's always polarity. Everything has a polarity. Everything has like a hot and cold to it. You can get as high as you want to without selling your soul. You just gotta. It's gonna be a harder road. You know what I'm saying? But it's possible. There are people who like we know their names and like you can't tell me that what's his name the nigga who be like no, look at Master P. Greatest example. Look at Master P. That nigga, even though people try to disrespect him, this nigga is this nigga is a businessman, and he started off with music, and he ain't never compromised himself. So it like people making the excuse that you gotta sell your soul to make it is like I said, it's an excuse because you don't have to. Now that's the easy route, and then you may suffer later, but there is always a way. There's always a way. You should research it though. It resonates with me a lot more than tropical astrology. I definitely will. I will look into it. I will. Side real. That's so man. That's so good. That's such a ghetto way to read that. Sidario, real inspiration and love, man. Thank you, thank you. You will get paid for it if that's what you want. Yeah, that's facts. Oh, that's another thing too. And I have to remind myself this. I have a tendency to be pessimistic, and I always pessimistic, and that's like a battle that I think I was like put on this earth to like conquer. And you can't expect God to or the universe or whoever you subscribe to grant you what you want if you're doubting it because you're blocking. That's blockages. You can't say you can't run water and then wonder why the sink won't fill if and you put copper on. So the sink is filling up because you know what I'm saying. You get what I mean. If you run water without a stopper on it, the sink will never fill up. But put a stopper on it, all of that water or all of that energy will just keep building up, and then you'll be frustrated because you're like, why the fuck isn't this draining? You know what I'm saying? I want the water to flow. So we got like I have to stop thinking. I have to quit being like, damn, like I know I'm talented. Damn, why ain't I getting paid? Damn, why ain't this happening? Like because you keep thinking about it's not happening. And the more you think about it, the more you gotta chop down the negative blockages. So we have to learn how to like get that negative chatter out of our heads. That's why it's important too to kind of cut down the negative stimuli, the negative things that we watch and listen to, because those help build up the blockages, like whether we want to accept it or not. I have so much creative energy I need to get out, and music makes me feel the most powerful and comfortable at the same time. Honestly, my fear comes from how grand my destiny is. I want to save the world. Man, one of the most important things is that like we got to remember that the world is everybody who pays attention to us. And so there is somebody, what I mean by that is there's somebody out here who would benefit from whatever song you put out. Like for instance, and I'm using myself as an example, my song Twin Flames is basically a song about me yearning for my ex. You know what I'm saying? And whether me and her ever talk ever again, that doesn't matter because there's somebody who's dealing with the same issues and same feelings that I am, but now they have a song that can express it in a different way. And that might be a song that they send to their boo to get them back. And, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So never underestimate your power to like change somebody's life, even if it's only 3 people. Like you'll mean the world to only people, and that's okay because you done impacted somebody's life. So just remember, like the world is anybody who you touch. Like I always like to think of it this way. I don't know if y'all like Naruto or not, but when Naruto is in his foxtail mode, he has a shroud of chakra over his body. And during this war, I might share the clip. I don't know if I might risk getting at the end of it. I might risk playing the clip so everybody can see it. But he has a shroud of chakra over his body, and it's a war. And the villain is like killing off everybody. So what he does is he runs around the whole army and he taps their hand, and then that shroud of chakra goes over them. So now they're protected by the same energy. That's basically what we do, especially when, like, even now, I'm tapping y'all psyche with my energy. And then when y'all leave off of here tomorrow, some words that I said or something that somebody else said gonna spark in y'all mind, and y'all gonna tap somebody else and share that chakra, share that energy. Like that's how it goes. So never underestimate your impact. Yo, I'm afraid every day. I'm afraid every day. Um, to answer your question, I'm afraid of my intellect a lot of the times. For one, I'll be paranoid about if like the government is watching me because I'll be running my mouth. I also am kind of afraid of um not being successful because I understand that a lot of people or a decent amount of people look to me for information or at least have in the past. And I don't want to fail them just as much as I don't want to fail myself. I'm afraid of reaching a plateau of knowledge. I'm afraid of teaching somebody something that I was wrong about. I'm afraid of I'm just sometimes I'm afraid of success. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be afraid of success because once you're successful, then you kind of have a responsibility to maintain that success. Does that mean my fear is ever going to stop me? Of course not, because I'm talking to y'all right now. But yeah, that I deal with fear all the time for sure. Yeah, reprogramming facts. Yep, those negative things do reinforce the blockages. That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, it is. It's scary being living your truth because, especially in a world full of lies, a world full of lies. Like, let's be real about it. My latest book is the junk and junk food, right? I it's like I broke down what chemicals mess up the body or whatever. By the way, I'm just gonna plug it. It's on Amazon. All you gotta do is type my name, Stephen S. Triplet. It'll pop up with my other book. Excuse me, the salesman just came out of me. But anyways, I wrote a book exposing the chemicals that mess your body up, what it's used for, blah blah blah. And I'm a nutritional coach, but I'm not skinny, and I'm a vegan slash vegetarian, but I'm not skinny. So a lot of people, if you don't know me or if you never heard me speak, you would just think like, what is this semi big nigga trying to teach me about health for? Like he don't know nothing. He not even skinny. He not even fit. But I also know that just because my outer appearance may not match what I'm teaching, that doesn't mean that the knowledge doesn't matter. You feel me? So like that, like I'll be looking at it this way, right? I ain't never seen a fit boxing coach. You feel me? Like the greatest boxers always had some overweight old nigga with hands. You feel me? Cause like it just like I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I hope y'all get what I'm saying, man. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah, vegan gang all day. I don't eat no animals, yo. And I'll be trying, hey, and on top of that, I'll be trying to tell people like, yo, the biggest animals, all you do is eat vegetables. Like, just look at me like an elephant or a gorilla and shut the hell up. And let me teach. Let me teach what I know. And a lot of people be trying to like down talk me, talking about, oh, well, what degree do you have? Oh, you didn't go to college. Oh, like, bro, I know how to read, I know how to comprehend, I know how to make lectures. Like a lot. Also, yeah, I want to put that out too. I guess this is the message I'm supposed to be saying. Don't be letting nobody downplay you, tell you like you're not an artist. Like if you got your stuff on SoundCloud and you get 5 listens, bro, you are an artist. Like it don't matter what, like you don't need somebody fucking credentials to um authenticate what you naturally know how to do and what you want to do. Like people don't own your goddamn your experience. Like you don't have to justify, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be an artist. If I draw a stick person, nigga, with some paint, I'm a painter. Today, like we gotta have that attitude. Like we don't like you can't be giving your power away, dog. Like never give your power away. This to anybody. Even if you just trying to be a nail technician, anything that you want to do, don't let nobody try to tell you like try to measure your success or tell you what you need to qualify to. Like that's crazy. My boy Absolute said plenty of mediocre PhDs graduate all the time. That's facts. And without the book right in their face, they couldn't even explain to you what they just graduated for. Like, come on now. Clarkson says it's crazy how you can learn way more out of school than in school. For example, you've taught me more than any teacher in school. Man, I appreciate that, yo. I appreciate that just for the smile on my face. I appreciate that, man. I hope I can continue to teach you, and even with these conversations, the things that you've been bringing up, you kind of helping me, you know what I'm saying, in the same way. So I appreciate that. And yeah, man, I literally got a library of knowledge. Like I literally all of my most if not all of my money in the past 2 years from 2019 till now has been on books. And there's books that I haven't even read yet in the closet right now. Like love all of the positive energy tonight. That's facts. And there's so many intelligent people in the building. Like, shout out to y'all. Like, for a second, fuck me. Like, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all like smart as hell. Like, I love this. Like, I haven't had a show like this in a really long time. I haven't even talked this long in a really long time. And I love it. And I want to thank y'all because, you know what I'm saying? It's like 12 o'clock and we still rocking, you know? And like brilliant minds think alike, and we all gravitate like y'all soul family, y'all spirit family. You feel me? And a lot of y'all been rocking with me since I started. I started like December 2019, and it'll be my third year on this channel. That's crazy. Well, no, technically second year because I started in December 2019. So yeah, a lot of y'all been rocking with me from the beginning, and shout out to the new people as well. Also, I'm gonna start back doing lectures on here, but I will also be doing lectures that need to be paid for. But best believe that you know I will be putting information that we all need to know. Like for instance, aside from this Astro World stuff, I want everybody, I don't care who you are, to stock up on two things, okay? Get you some beans and get you some rice. Why are you saying that, Stoody to Groovey? I don't like beans. I barely eat rice. I need y'all to do that because there are whispers that are getting louder and louder about, a food shortage that's coming. I know you heard when Biden was first elected, he talking about it's about to be a dark winter. Well, it's coming. And there are food truck protestings that's about to happen. If you notice, your grocery stores have been like having less and less options. There's a reason for that. Two reasons: one, because the workers are protesting, and two, there's not a lot of people that is like working in these factories to even package the food, and three, the government has paid a lot of farmers and stuff, even like oil companies, to dispose of their products. And this is a visible secret. And so what's going to happen is a lot of stuff is going to cost a lot, and there's going to be a lot of shortages. People are going to get desperate and stuff. So I'm saying to everybody, and please, even if you just show them, clip this and just show this to people, stock up on beans and rice, because those are two long lasting perishables or unperishables or whatever the goddamn word is. I can't think of it. But yeah, I tell anybody who listens to get some rice and beans. And if it doesn't happen and I'm just a conspiracy nigga that's wrong, at least you got some rice and beans in your house. But I just want everybody to just take that precaution, because like it doesn't take a genius. Just go to the grocery store and notice how every week there's less and less stock coming. Like it's about to get real. It's about to get really real. Um, it's my first time on here, but you definitely got my support. I appreciate that, Brooke. Yo, your energy is dope, and I'm still laughing in my head about Sidario, and I'll be laughing about that all week. I got my beans and rice in big bags. That's what I'm talking about. See, you already on it. Shout out, hey, that's my guy. Shout out Generation X Podcast Network. Hey, if y'all want some like, if y'all just want like some dope conversations and stuff, um, or if y'all want like intricate hip hop history and conversations, and if y'all into battle rap or want to learn about battle rap, y'all go ahead and subscribe to Generation X Podcast Network. That's my dog, man, and he is so dope. He is dope and very, very highly intelligent. It's definitely a food shortage. People ain't not paying attention. They're not. They're not at all. And like that's why I'm telling people now to get your beans, get your rice, and get your water. Beans, yeah, not just beans and rice. Bean, rice, and water. That's what we all need to get. If you on food stamps, get your beans, rice, water. If you're not on food stamps, still get your beans, rice, and water. Or find people that you know that you're going to be able to barter with or whatever. Not don't be panicked, don't be extreme, but just be precautious, because you know this winter time may be really not good for anybody. Um, thanks, Young. No problem, man. No problem. You my dog. Much love and appreciation to you. Yeah, man. I don't know what else y'all want to talk about. I don't know. It's been running a long time, but I still kind of want to talk. But I don't know what y'all want to hear, because we really don't need to give that Travis Scott nigga no more shine, especially if he arrested. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, I might rap for y'all because when I was doing my 200 squat challenge, I was out of breath when I was rapping, and I kind of don't like how that sounded. It actually sounded garbage. I might for y'all. I don't know. We'll see. What y'all want to talk? I'm still trying to see if energy gonna come through. I ain't see Energy Day Moon come through. I still want to talk about the Baphomet if you want to. Yeah, he said duper weak, um, a super duper weak apology. I played it at the very beginning of this show. So within like the first 5 minutes, if you wanted to just circle back, but it, like I was saying, it's basically like when a kid know he did something wrong, like he broke a vase and he trying to like explain why he did it, and you know he doing all the face rubbing and trying to force himself to cry, but it's just not coming out and all that kind of stuff. Like he was doing all that. Yeah, they should have stopped that damn show, bro. I got the like I already played the videos. Like they literally was telling this man like, yo, somebody is dead. Like, yo, stop the show, and he didn't do it. Like he didn't. He didn't care. Hold on. Hold on. I ain't like how that played. Let me play it again. Every time, every time they every time somebody was trying to get him to stop the show, he would do that. He would literally oversing them and go to the next song. Like I got a clip on here. It's acting wonky, so I'm not gonna play it. But I played it earlier, so if you would just want to double back, you can watch it. Where like he said, "Who said stop the show? Y'all know what y'all came here for." Like literally, he like was dismissive. Like there's no excuse for anything that happened, and anybody who is giving that man's an excuse is a demon they damn self. That apology was so weak, bad acting. Facts. Yo, yo, that's what I was talking about. Absolute, yes, they literally was. I was talking about that. There was a video, like I said, a man was having a seat, like he was going through it, and at first he was drinking water. At first he was drinking water and standing up, and you could hear the frequency getting played with, and the tone was getting lower and lower and lower, and he started like having a seizure, and then he like slumped over, and the people were like trying to hold him up, and they were like, "Yo, I think he gone," type shit. I can't play that on here, or I would have screen recorded it. But yeah, they were playing subsonic tones, and if y'all want to learn about like um those type of frequencies, like I said earlier, you can either schedule a lecture with me, which will be $20, or you could watch the video. It should still be somewhere in my videos where I taught that lecture. And I might have talked about that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I actually taught about those frequencies. That was a whole ritual. Like that was a whole ritual. They knew exactly what they were doing. The police should have made him stop and got them people out of there. Yo, truth be told, security guards were attacked. There were security out there, but and police people out there like dragging people from getting stumped on and stuff, or like pulling people out the way. But they were raging so hard, and they were just so entranced that they were jumping on the little security guard shit and dancing to the music on top of the, like, it's crazy. Like all these videos that I'm talking about, just go on Twitter and put hashtag Travis Scott, and you'll see all these videos. There was just some that I just couldn't show. Excuse me. And yeah, hold on. Let me while we up here, I'm gonna try to find a video that I couldn't find earlier. I'm gonna look for it one more time. I really want y'all to hear his testimony. It was this black kid who was like explaining about everything that happened, and like it's more, he's explaining it way better than I could ever, because he was actually there. So, and while y'all waiting, make sure y'all hit that like button, share, all that good stuff, all that YouTube stuff. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I be feeling so lame when I say that. When I be like, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I be feeling lame as hell when I say when I say that. Over the years, they have stopped hip hop shows for less. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what for less. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know they done stopped stuff from people just smoking. So I don't know how they didn't stop this. Like, there ain't no excuse. Let me see if I can find this man. It ain't no excuse at all. They arrested him though, but I mean, this is kind of too late. And you know he got enough money to bail out. So really all that is just for show. Let me see. I don't want to be scrolling down here too long because I know y'all. There we go. See, the creator, like, I got you, bro. Don't even worry about it, fam. The creator said, don't even worry about it, fam. I got you. Hold on 1 second. This is the okay. Y'all listen and pay attention closely.
It just felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the people were the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like, I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics kept them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like, that was.
Hold on, let me pause that right there. So when you see that, you know, so-called only 8 people died, this lets you know that that's cap. That's big cap.
The money shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like, help. The whole crowd was just want to help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything. Like, you know, like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, you know, like stay away from that shit, bro. Like, that shit not for you, because like he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like for real. Like, so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me.
And he told, and let's be real, he told people on his Twitter, I'm gonna take that off. He told people on his Twitter that he gonna let the wild ones in. Literally, that's what he said. So it is what it is till it ain't. And it's sad that sometimes we have to learn these lessons through situations like these. Like, I feel bad for the victims because, you know, even though they frequency low and all that stuff, that don't mean that they deserve to die. And they just, like, even though they was ignorant, they just came there for music, bro. Like, at the end of the day, they just came there for music. Sounds like a scene from Dante's Inferno. That's facts. Earlier in the show, I was showing pictures of, like, the demon entrance with Ball and Moloch, and it looks like how Travis Scott's what's the name was his entrance, his show entrance. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can bring up that picture again. Oh, snap. Hold on. Is this the one? Now that's the see. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's that C on the other side. Let me fix this real quick. Let me remove that. I'm gonna just open it up and then share. Man, so look, imagery and long story short though, imagery and symbolism is, like, highly important. And it ain't just jokes, it ain't just, like, art. Like, they be trying to mask demon stuff by calling it art, but man, everything ain't art, dog. Y'all see that? Here, I'm gonna actually go make it bigger. I might not be able to see myself, but y'all should be able to see this even better. Excuse me. See, that's the Astro World Festival, and you see all these people. This is an actual photo of the concert goers. This isn't like an album cover or anything. This is, like, actually there. And as you can see, like I said earlier, Harrowing of Hell, Hieronymus Bosk, that's Travis Scott's head. Those are the demons doing what they do. Here is Moloch, Mouth of Moloch from the movie Metropolis. What's the difference? There is none. And this is Fiery Mouth of Ball right there. What's the difference? There is none. So they really walked into a trap, a demonic trap. Like, pigs led to the slaughter. And actually, there was a picture, I kid you not, you got to look on it on Twitter. I don't know why I closed the tab. I should have kept it up, but somebody was actually, I kid you not, they was holding up a sign that said Stampede of the Lost. And I promise you, it said that. And that picture was taken before the actual night. Like, it was the day of everything that happened. Excuse me. But the concert was at night. Imagine the parents having to hear about this. Your child died because of a Travis Scott concert. I know. That's crazy. For what? Especially, like I said, especially for the people that was way in the back. Like, for what? What was it all for? But the sad part about it is that the masses, not people like us, but the masses are just gonna let this trend for a week, and then something else is gonna happen. Because there's people right now defending Travis Scott right now. As we speak, there's people who's defending Travis Scott. There's people on the internet right now who always talking about rituals and the evils of the world, making fun of this and making light of this, or doing the challenge of, or what you gonna do about it attitude. Like, this world is really exposing what life really is. And people might say, like, you talking on the internet or you telling your friends about something, or or you making a small impact don't mean nothing. That's a lie. If you can get one person to change their life to understand something on a deeper level, then you already won. Like, there's a reason why there's more than one ray of light off the sun. There's a reason why God has an army of angels. There's a reason why Satan has an army of demons and not just one demon. Like, it takes the effort of all to accomplish a goal. And like, I don't like when people mock stuff like this, or mock people who actually is trying to make a difference in their own way. Even if you pick up a piece of trash in the forest and nobody saw you throw it away, you still made a difference. Like, you, as lame or as corny as that might sound, you was a ray of sunshine that day. And I'm tired of people acting like you gotta have $1 million to mean something, or if everybody don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, your efforts matter, bro. Like, you're not even, like, we as light beings are not here to be famous and get the approval of everybody. We're here to change lives. Just like your favorite just like if you a kid that has a sucky home, but every time you go to the gym, you have fun, and your gym teacher is your favorite teacher, and he make you smile and laugh. Or your math teacher, she makes stuff easy for you. That's an angel for that day. I don't care what nobody talking about. Like, that's an angel. Even the people that was there, that like that brave girl who went up on stage trying to tell them to stop the show, from the white dude or the mixed kid who was telling people that somebody dying out here, and they was telling him to chill out and it's not that serious. Them angels, dog. Like, I don't care, because that's the energy that they tapped into. Even if your favorite person is just your cousin, like your little cousin look up to you, or your little brother, your little sister, or you're a mentor to somebody, or you a woman that young girls look up to, and they're like, well, I want to be like you, or I want to think like you an angel. Especially if your intent is good. Like, you an angel. Like, I don't care, man. If they normalize this shit, it's gonna get even worse, and other artists are gonna copy it for clout. That's facts. Some people love demonic stuff. Some people love it. I believe this was a ritual. Shout out Slain Makeup in the Queen Pharaoh in the building. Y'all make sure all the ladies out there, she got her own makeup line called Slain, I believe. I don't want to misquote, but y'all check her out. She's on Instagram, and she got her own makeup channel. Y'all, if y'all want to look fine, you know what I'm saying, and bag a man or two, or if you want to just look in the mirror and say, like, damn, I'm fine, y'all check out her products, because she really dope, and she is an intelligent, beautiful goddess. So y'all make sure that y'all rock with her. She says, I believe this is a ritual and a sacrifice, especially right now. They're desperate. That's facts. Mind you, we have to remember too, and this is something that I just realized even as we're talking. And I think I kind of answered my question about earlier, because if y'all were here long enough, I asked what happens to the souls after they get sacrificed. I realized something. The souls are not affected with the sacrifice. What is affected is the energy around the sacrifice, the pain that somebody gives off, the fear that they give off, the sadness. All of that stuff is siphoned. So all the people that was killed, their souls probably go to the realm that they're supposed to go to. But this sadness, this anger, this fear, this hurt that everybody's feeling right now, even what we're talking about it, That's the energy that's being siphoned. That is the point of the sacrifice. The collective. Because remember, we are all connected. Period. I'm trying to think of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But we are literally on an energy grid. Oh, collective conscious. There we go. Yeah, we are all on a collective conscious. And everybody's sad right now. And believe it or not, there are probably people who felt a weird, sad energy before it happened. Felt the vibration of the universe just lower. Think about it. If y'all remember, before Michael Jackson died, there was a point where everybody kind of felt sad and nobody knew why. And the same thing happened when Prince died. Like when major things like this happen, or no, the most recent before this is when X died. Because I for sure, rest in peace, rest in power to him. When XXX was sacrificed, I know for sure I felt like something was messed up. And that day, no, the day before, I had just like, for some reason, I just started listening to all his music because I had stopped listening for a while. And then I was just listening to it. And I was just like, something don't feel right. And then the next day, he died. Like, we be feeling that because we're all connected. So that's how that energy, that negative energy, be siphoned. Oh, you're welcome. And I meant every word too. They're harnessing that energy from us. They feed off of it. That's facts. Absolute says, damn, this is amazing to me how much I missed, and I thought I was a critical thinker. Man, look. Yo, it just imagine being me. See, this is the kind of shit that be having me up at 4 a.m. Because I be thinking about all this kind of stuff all the time. And with all the books and stuff that I read and the documentaries and all that kind of stuff, like I think about all this kind of stuff all the time. I felt it. Oops. I felt it when DMX passed, and I don't even listen to him. See, that's what I'm saying, yo. That's what I'm saying, because you probably knew like 20 people who love DMX and you done interacted with them, so that energy is on you. That's why, like, when you go, like, if you think about it, when you go in a grocery store, especially if you're really in tune, like Walmart's are very is has a negative energy field no matter where you go. Just next time you go to Walmart, just feel the energy in the air. And when people walk past you, feel their vibration. Just really just hone in. Like you can feel it. It's just like it's something wrong. The same way, if you're outside and you just feel that cool breeze and the sun is out and you just feel good, like all that stuff is real, all that stuff matters. Like we like I was saying, it's that Naruto effect. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Hopefully it don't take hopefully it doesn't take it down, but I'm gonna try it because I want y'all to see. I want y'all to actually see what I'm talking about when I say Naruto passes the energy to people. Let me see. Okay, that's hold on. I'm just fast for I found the video. I'm just trying to skip to the part because you know they be doing all. And I cannot stand English dub, but I know that everybody doesn't like reading subtitles, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for y'all, and y'all get to see the nerdy side of me. But yeah.
Battle sequence. To be completely accurate, I received that chakra directly from the Nine Tails. I would say more than 3 times the power.
Almost done, huh? Since he has Kushina's blood, and has been with me for years as my Jinchuriki, though I can help or use Naruto as an intermediary to give my chakra to anyone a while ago now. The amount of chakra we can link and he can transmit. Though I suppose, perhaps I'll lend Obito a little power too.
Damn it! He's pushing
Now you see the chakra shroud that I was talking about.
Wind style! Giant casting net!
That's basically what we do.
I won't. An existence where one can only await death inside a cage. Nice analogy. Neji's will isn't... Neji's will isn't... dead yet! I will take the right side. Gotcha! Yo, Lee! Right!
But yeah. I ain't gonna show too much because I don't want them to chop it. But that's basically what I meant by you seeing the chakra shroud around them that Naruto gave them, and together they became more powerful, and that's how they share energy. And that's what I mean by we share energy and we pass off vibes and feelings and things of that nature. That's what I was talking about. Okay, I don't really have nothing else to talk about, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to say anything. I'm gonna give it like a minute, like 60 seconds, and if not, we're gonna end this on a positive note with love and light like we always do. I do not have my book in front of me, but I will show y'all where y'all can purchase my book. It's on Amazon. I self-published all that stuff. I still might rap though. Excuse me. I'm thinking about it. I just don't want to be garbage with my delivery like I was before, because that was horrible. That was like cringe. That was cringe worthy. Okay. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to go. So I'm gonna show y'all this, and then we can end it. The Junk and Junk Food, a comprehensive look at corner store chemistry. I put it on my birthday. For $19.99. Let's read the description. Discover the answer. Oh, excuse me. What is junk food really? Discover the answer to this question and much more as we discuss the history of food regulation, the impact of corner store culture, the types of foods available in corner stores, the comprehensive breakdown of the ingredients and chemicals found in our favorite snack foods, the positive and or adverse effects of those chemicals and ingredients, and the chemical formula for each substance deemed as a food. This book can only be described as a podcast on paper, and it's 66 pages, so it's not a long read at all, but it's very, very intricate, and I designed the cover myself. Hold on, let me make that bigger. Boom. So okay. I'm gonna rap. I'm sorry. I'm gonna rap, and then we can end this. I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna go ahead and rap. If it's garbage, I'm sorry. Just blame it on how late it is. The bars ain't gonna be garbage, but my delivery, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking off, King. Journey through my mind for a rhyme scheme. Snap from synapses that I bring. It's obvious I'm the one for the time being. This height is eternal. Seen a lot of things like a turtle. How you get cake from a urinal. Deliver the bars, this ain't DiGiorno or Grubhub. You suck us, easy pluck us, motherfuckers. Need to chill. I can never love a J with will. I heard Smith and Wesson kill. That's a double deal for the thrill. You can pick a career and a daffodil, but you can never cop real. It's more than a feeling. Your choice makes a hero or a villain. I heard the sky's the limit. Let's break the ceiling. At least they trying to. I'm better off never minding you. Need I remind you, I'm the king. Done a lot of things that the angels bring. Pork and beans, you only have good for me. Still incomplete, still in the street, trying to keep my soul from this industry. All I feel is enemy energy. How can I rest in peace? I ain't reached my peak. This rap shit means more to me than Hobby Lobby. I rock Groovy World and Abercrombie. I'm reckless, willing to rouse zombie. Speak Tucker finally, ski. Just letting my heart preach. Okay, I'm done. Whew. That was better than the last time, yo. That was way better than the last time. And I still ran out of breath a couple times. But I appreciate everybody who watched this and who will watch this. Y'all make sure, once again, y'all make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This has definitely been an amazing thing. And, you know, we actually just did some alchemy tonight because we turned a tragedy into triumph, and we, you know, transfigured the negative energy into something positive, and we learned and we laughed and we kind of debated. Energy Day Moon, next time please hop in because I like to have discourse. But yeah, thank you. Yeah. Maybe next time I do that rap, I'll actually have a beat and it'll even be better than that. But I appreciate y'all. Absolute. I definitely want to have a conversation with you tomorrow, so we got to make that happen. Yeah, I want everybody to have a wonderful night. Peace and blessings, and let's do something. You know what I'm saying? Let's do something crazy tomorrow. Something positive. You know, let's go ahead and vibrate up from all this negativity. All right, y'all. Peace. Mopadanu Iawomi.
Watch your tone of voice, Buster.
I know shit's been crazy, but you're still my baby. And you still got the crown. I'm impatient like the crowd. No, shit's been going down since you ain't been around. But you know, twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know, twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know, twin flame always come back around. Yeah. I know this girl named, she my future baby mama. It was like a soap opera, how we left with the drama. Girl, you hot like a goosey soup. I miss your shy smile when I talk to you. Hey, you know that energy is pulling you. I don't care about the whoop-de-whoop. I just wanna get back to you. Picked up where we left off, lift off. I wanna kiss your mind and your lips, baby. To give space when you pissed off. Real talk, for real. I know shit's been crazy, but you're still my baby. And you still got the crown. I'm impatient like the crowd. No, shit's been going down since you ain't been around. But you know, twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know, twin flame always come back around. And around and around and around. Girl, you know, twin flame always come back around. Yeah.